tình ta. Ai nói gì thì mình cứ nghe, nghe sâu hiểu thấu thương nhiều. Cô mà tình ta thở ra mềm. Who is Dharma? Who is Dharma? Tell me please, tell me please. Dharma is the teaching, Dharma is the teaching, helping me.
In our session, we talked about, everybody went around and shared what made their marriage work and some of the challenges that couples had, or what each of them had, and some of the things that we shared was, the biggest one was, we said their marriage was very happy and successful because the biggest one is communication, having honest communication, having trust, having open-minded, not expecting the other person to be something that we want them to be. Compromising, thank you, compromising, and
forgiveness.
With your mother-in-law.
Be nice with your mother.
Dr. Davis says that he's found this method to really work. If you want to connect with the mother-in-law and work out with your mother-in-law, you feed her. Lots of high calories, high cholesterol, high salt, so that way nature can help.
Take a course.
So, I have a feeling that some of you can become monks and nuns. But don't worry, we will support you. Because in our group, we support each other in a very nice way. We have the brother Quang Pháp from Louisiana. We have two Sư from chùa Hương Lâm. And we have thầy Bích Không. Oh, let me share with you a good news. You know, very surprised. He's the neighbor in Vietnam with me. He comes from Làng Thượng Phù, you know. Yeah. And I come from Làng Liêu Vang. So suddenly we become neighbors, you know. So that's a very good news, you know. All in all, we are very happy. You know, monk and nun, you know, we are very simple. So no sit down, smile, and support each other. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we talked about.
Wait, single lady, what happened?
We talked about communications. One of the things that one of the members shares about her life story, how she was married and she realized that was.
Can you speak louder? I couldn't hear. I have difficult hearing.
Yes, we'll turn it up a notch. One of the members shared about her stories about getting married and finding out that that might not be the person, and due to pressure she felt around her, she did it anyways. And that's one of the things that she learned. If you feel that you're not ready for that, then be brave about it, and don't get into a marriage when you realize that there's something that you won't. Louder?
It's going lower and lower. I'll push the button.
Second point. Girls don't mind of guys who confess their weakness and cry. Guys, feel free to talk to your girlfriends about your problem directly, not to her neighbors, not to her parents in Vietnam, not to anybody else but her, because she do not like it when you go and talk it to other people. I'm sorry?
And then you cry.
Oh, and then you cry. One of the points I remember is that in a relationship, one of the biggest obstacles is our own ego. And so that's something that we need to learn and deal with ourselves and our ego so that we can build a better relationship as well. So those are just some of the interesting things that we came out. And another thing that came out of that was a lot of people came out there with a sad face. For some reason they said, is this really how marriage is going to be?
We talked about a different kind of relationship, which is a relationship with our parents. We spent don't know, maybe more than half of the time talking about that. And the main point about that is that we, as a younger group, should realize the sacrifices that our parents make and understand that, you know, of course there's going to be obstacles with the relationship between us and our parents, but being mindful of the sacrifices that our parents make allows us to improve the relationship that we have. And I know that a lot of people in our group were just entering college or still in college, and so that's the age where we want to focus on other things other than our parents, and so we kind of just reeled it back a little bit. And then next we talked about actual relationships, which I don't really remember what we talked about really. I think we talked about just basic conflicts that can come up. We kind of added in the family aspect too, that it's not just your own happiness, that you shouldn't be so selfish when pursuing a relationship to where you disregard your parents or your siblings, and so it's all interconnected. And so we all pretty much drove home the being mindful aspect of it's not just me and my relationship, it affects everyone around. So thank you.
Very, very deep.
He's a master.
You moved to another door.
Don't worry about master. Master is very good, because the master is always give the spiritual support to the student. For example, thầy Đào Quang, brother Quang Pháp, you know, and then he buy a round trip ticket, you know, and then let the brother Quang Pháp go to Plum Village for 2 months to study. So that's very nice. And I talk with Master Han Tung. Oh, he's very easy too. For example, I have heard that last New Year, he just go to visit Vietnam, and then all the temple he give all to his student and then the follower. Easy going. That's the temple life should be, you know. Don't worry. So between master and student, we can take care of that, you know.
My master is very difficult.
Well, let me see. So thầy Bích Không, could you really help thầy Tình Mạng, you know about that?
But students still have a difficult relationship with the master. So not only the worldly friends, you know, the lay friends, but also I think students in the monastics, they also have a difficulty. They are on the path of practice. They are not perfect yet. So, you know, we don't hide our difficulties. You know.
Thầy,
I live very near 911.
thầy Tình Mạng, should thầy invite your master to Kem Tỉnh Thức?
Many times, but you come.
Does it exist? And also, according to Buddhism, how should we look at soulmates?
Good question. I have my soulmate.
Dạ, con xin mời quý thầy.
That is very particular to you. Do soulmates exist? Probably. Probably the best definition of a soulmate comes from C.S. Lewis, and that's two people sharing one soul. That idea is that we are incomplete until we meet that other person, and then we are complete. I like to take the Irish view. A man is incomplete until he's married, then he's finished.
I like to add one thing. I strongly believe that there exists many soulmates in illusion or hallucination. But very rarely soulmate exists in wisdom and compassion.
Câu chuyện tiền thân, like the previous life of the Buddha's life, and how he ended up with his wife and going on the right track versus the delusion or the hallucination. So if we look into those stories, we find that yes, Buddhism explains it, and there are soulmates that go walking the right path versus not.
Okay.
So let's move forward. I would like to invite Khun Dap Wang have closing thoughts for today activities.
I try to make it quick within 2-3 minutes. I really like the section of Q&A this early morning because I learned a lot from all of you also, and I appreciate for Thanh Trung and Thầy Philip answer all this simple and complicated question also from application perspective. I do believe that there is no perfect relationship in this universe. That I strongly believe. All relationships have some problem or many problems, including the relationship between Thầy and Mark and his teacher also, and me also. No exception. But the good news is we strongly believe and practice Buddhism that is everything is changeable. Therefore, if you work hard enough, take out the factor of previous karma. I don't want to touch that part too deep. Let the Buddha take care of that. In daily life, if you nurture your relationship by practicing deep listening, improve your communication, enhance your relationship, I think we can maintain our relationship in healthy, loving kindness. And try your best to be aware of your weaknesses as well as your strengths, and make yourself become a new person every early morning. Look at your husband, your wife, your teacher, your friends as a new person. Is any include Quang Pháp also? If you have any conflict with me, look at me as the new monk right now, so that we can move on. To be honest with you, between he and I also have a challenging moment. I grew up in Vietnam in different conditions. He was one in this country, have a different perspective, different culture, different belief. Living together is conflict. That's I expect. If we do not have a conflict with all people in your life, if something wrong with you, you're not real human. So you have to be real. If you expect something from your partner, yes, you can, but be reasonable expectation, and find the best possible solution when you have a conflict. And I think that's make life more interesting. I enjoy to look. If I have a chance to watch the movie, I like to look at to watch the movie. Have a more challenging in their relationship, and they know how to overcome. And in the final destination, they enjoy in their relationship. And good luck on your relationship. If you still have a reasonable doubt, that's it. Well, I don't know whether or not I should marry. Call me. If you're the woman's, call Vishiko, so they can find a ultimate solution for you also. Join the monastic life. That's the best solution to save the relationship. Thank you.
Bạn ơi, yên lặng nghe tiếng đêm về. Hãy yên lặng nghe tiếng đêm về. Kìa tiếng lá xào xạc trên cây. Kìa tiếng lá xào xạc trên cây. Kìa tiếng gió gửi lời cho mây. Kìa tiếng gió gửi lời cho mây. Bạn ơi, bạn ơi. Bạn ơi, bạn ơi, bạn ơi, bạn ơi, hãy yên lặng nghe tiếng đêm. Yên lặng nghe tiếng đêm. Kìa tiếng sóng rời bờ xa khơi. Kìa tiếng sóng rời bờ xa khơi. Kìa tiếng dế ôm đàn chơi vơi. Kìa tiếng dế ôm đàn chơi vơi. Bạn ơi, bạn ơi, bạn ơi, bạn ơi,
hãy yên lặng nghe tiếng đêm về.
Hãy yên lặng nghe tiếng đêm về.
Tiếng đêm thì thầm,
Tiếng đêm thì thầm,
gọi mời ta ca,
gọi mời ta ca.
That's right. Lửa hồng cháy bừng qua hào quang, lửa hồng cháy bừng sang rừng hoa. Đây hồn lửa thiên vì sông núi, đây hồn lửa thiên vì chân đảo. Ngàn xưa vang lên vang lời ca, cùng tiếng bước chân từ quốc phương. Ê đoàn tinh thần yêu lời xe, bao vệ xin tay ta cùng ca. Quay quần chúa theo cùng nhân thế, không hờn oán đau ta kết đoàn. Cầu xin lửa thiên bừng cháy cao, cầu xin lửa thiên bừng cháy cao, cầu xin lửa thiên bừng bừng cao. Xin mời chị Thủy.
Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Cho dù trên trời mình chưa thấy sao, nhưng mà con nghĩ là có sao là sao ở trong lòng của mình, và ánh sao đó sẽ chiếu sáng và mình nhìn thấy những cái nét đẹp của tất cả chúng mình in a state of mindfulness and in a state of peace and happiness at this moment. So what I just mentioned and the laughter that you just heard was that even though the stars at night right now is not shining bright just yet, just give us a few more minutes and then we'll see that. However, I think the stars are shining inside each of us, and I think that's really beautiful. And as we look inside ourselves, we've shared it with our sons and our daughters, and part of that is the inspiration that when our sons, our daughters grow up, they will see the stars, they will reach up high, go after the stars and shine just as the stars. So as we sit here tonight, it's one of those moments where we would like to capture that beautiful moment in our hearts. It's very rare that we actually take time in our busy life, that we breathe, we relax our minds, and we look up high and appreciate the beautiful night sky. However, if we can recollect any of those memories of us gazing into the deep blue sky and seeing the bright shining stars, we probably would remember that during those wonderful moments, we would feel peace, free, hope, and happiness. So the purpose of the stargazing session that we have here tonight is really the opportunity for us to reminisce all of those experiences that we have throughout our lives, whether it's work, whether it's personal life, whether it's capturing the moments like tonight, so that we can really embrace those moments, embrace those beautiful memories, and make them as part of the shining stars in our hearts, in our relationships that we have with others, and then also in the memories that we have. So as we feel the sense of freedom, the satisfaction, the humor, and possibly your life, your heart feeling a little lighter after tonight when you share these experiences, those are the things that we hope that you will enjoy and you will be able to bring back as part of the memories that you have of this retreat. I would like to share with you one quote of Empedocles. He mentioned, if people sat outside and looked at the stars each night, I bet they would live life differently. So let's take that moment right now and really reflect on ourselves by looking at the stars above and seeing if there will ever be a change in the way that we live our life. And because of this retreat, can we continue living in mindfulness after we walk away from this moment, after we walk away from our retreat tomorrow? So how this game is going to be played, or actually not really a game, but we know that we don't have a whole lot of time with everyone tonight, but what we want to do is take out the opportunity for us to really engage, realizing that there are many stories that we do want to share so that we can connect with everyone. We can hear our stories, we can hear each other's memories and hear each other's experiences. So what I would like to ask for us to do is pass a bucket around and each one of us will reach inside and randomly pick an item from the bucket.
Describe your ideal way of courtship. What is that? Okay.
Okay, the next question is describe your ideal way of courtship. Courtship là dating. What's the perfect way of getting to get to know the other lady? What do you think is the ideal way to do it? Not pay them to do it, but what do you think is the ideal way of meeting the other person?
For dating, I will offer her a diamond.
Wow.
Wow, tastes really good all of a sudden. For any guy out there, if the ideal way of courtship is giving her a diamond first thing, that would be very nice. Make sure it's 1 carat or above.
That would be my dad.
Awesome, actually, there's like a market.
I think what my dad has taught me is when I was growing up, he was very open-minded and he encouraged a lot of open communication. We were allowed to disagree with him, and whatever he expected out of us, it was very reasonable. It wasn't one of those because I said so, but it was he gave us his reason, and he allowed us to make a lot of decisions. And I think because of that, it helped each of us in my family, all my brothers and sisters. We're all very strong thinkers because we were taught that our opinions matter and that we had a voice.
If you could attend any college free of charge, what college would that be, and what major would you pursue, and why?
Ooh.
Any college, huh? I think I'll go somewhere in LA or UCLA, free of charge, because
What major?
business. Under business.
And why?
Why? Because my passion in business, I like talking to people, you know. It just,
That's your passion.
yeah.
Tại sợ quá.
I'm sorry. Where did you meet your mate?
Where did you meet your mate? Mà hơi trong của mình á.
Cô trả lời.
Anh trả lời tiếp.
Anh trả lời.
Dạ, cô trả lời tiếng Việt đấy cô.
Tôi sẽ gặp người tôi thương ở trên nước bàn.
If I was stranded on a desert island, what 3 books and 3 people would I take with me, and why? The first book I would take is... No, I'm done with college. No. Would be a book by Foucault. He's a sociology author about power. My second book will be Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows, sort of like Emma Watson. And my third one would be Din. The first book would be first two would be my parents, because I would be nowhere without them. And the third would be MacGyver, so he can help us get off the island.
Invite me, the first person, to tell a story, my personal story. The way I learned English 25 years ago, when I was in City College of San Francisco. I remember one day, I went to the student union. There is cafeteria. I ordered one dish of salad. At the time, my English very limited, so I just point my finger to the dish of salad. And the one who sold salad there asked me, "What kind of dressing would you like?" I said, "Buddhist monk robe." Buddhist monk robe. You know what? I did not pick up anything. Just I thought he asked, "Dressing? What kind of dressing are you wearing?" You know, at the time I did not hear anything. Then I just only picked up dress. I think he asked me about my robe. I said, "Buddhist monk robe." That's my story, and not the story.
Thank you.
Buddhist monk learn English and speak English 10 years ago. There are 4 Buddhist monks was sponsored from Vietnam to be Buddhist missionary in America, to Viện Kim Sơn Monastery. They supposed to learn English before they came here, but they were so busy. So they asking around what they have to answer, or what kind of English they have to learn. When he get into the immigrant in the airport, and people told him, just learn only 2 words. 6 months. 6 months, in a way that, you know, the immigrant office there, the custom clear, they will ask you how many years or how many months you will stay in America. Just pretend that they ask that question. Just 6 months. And after he got out of the custom immigrant office, and he arrived in Kim Sơn Monastery, the first thing he told me a story. Why? I said 6 months, and the officer there said, I don't know, maybe 6 months or 6 months or 6 months, maybe ông thầy tu bệnh, or maybe 6 thầy tu, or maybe 6 tháng. That is story that our brother and sister from Vietnam come to America and learn English. That's my story. Give my hand. Thank you.
The best/worst pickup line you have ever heard. Like this? Is that okay? The worst pickup line will probably be, I lost my phone number. Can I have yours? And the best one would be, my love for you is like diarrhea. I just can't hold it in.
I just can't what? I just can't hold it in. Good one.
For the rest of your life, what would you miss seeing the most? Well, there will be so many things that I will miss. the nature, the colors, and everything. But hopefully by that time I will develop my compassion eyes, so I don't need my actual eyes that much. But the things that I will miss the most is the smiles of the people that I love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Twinkle, little star, how I
My question is, what do you dislike about failure, and what can you learn from it? What I dislike about failure is the conditioning that we're not supposed to fail. We're supposed to believe that we can succeed at everything and that we're perfect. And what can you learn from it? I think you can learn an incredible amount about yourself from your failures and how you deal with them.
Thầy, chị cô cùng con thầy Trịnh. Tại vì con một cái Huế nên chỉ biết hát nhạc Huế thôi. Nên hôm nay xin tặng nhất là các vị mà đã lớn tuổi xa quê sẽ tặng bài hát Dạ Thưa Đất Mẹ. Ngày qua giá từ đất mẹ mà đi, vì nghe tin quê tin nước đôi bề, nước chia hai đường nước chưa về, xót thương cho người lỡ câu thề lên đường từ ly, hỏi lòng bình lưu luyến riêng. Mẹ ơi chỉ con đất mẹ mà thôi, để con đi xin giữ cho đời, đã mang trong lòng kiếp con người, phải thương nhau hỏi chớ quên lời, lên đường từ ly hỏi lòng mình lưu luyến gì. Ơi ơi mẹ thương con ra câu ai sự, vợ chồng lên nổi vòng phú, chiều trong bể biển khô, lòng căm hờn oán quân thù. Ơi ơi chiều nay lối về mẹ là đây, đường xưa con nắng u bóng trăng gầy, có nghe đêm trường tiếng ru thời, có nghe đêm trường tiếng ai cười, suối lệ đoàn biên giữa lòng đất mẹ triền miên.
Dear venerable monks and nuns, and my friends, young members. First of all, I would like to express my deep appreciation to all of you. I feel very honored and happy to be in this camp. I feel that it is very interesting and hopeful for a new way to help the young generation to learn good lessons for the spiritual life. So tonight we are very happy to be together as a family. But my mind is somehow for the near future, when we will leave this place and go back to our normal life in the city. As you know that, very busy, no time to practice, not much time to nourish our compassion and have a good connection with the family life. So let me, with all of my high respect and deep care for the young people, to read this poem, to introduce to you the image of the temple. I believe that the temple is a place that we can call our second home, our spiritual home. So at the temple, we will be together at this spirit, at this journey, to continue to practice, to nourish our loving kindness and respect. So this is the poem. The name is Lên Chùa. That means going to the temple. I hope anh Nguyễn Túc, probably he will translate into English sometime before next year. So let me share with you my feeling and my hope through this poetry. Lên chùa nắng sớm đơm hoa, sương như đỉnh ngọc trên tà áo bay, đóa hồng nở vội không hay, cành chim sâu nhỏ vỗ đầy mực thơm. Lên chùa gió ngát tâm hương, A Di Đà Phật mười phương liên tòa, nghiêng vai nhẹ gánh ta bà, chuông công phu điệm ngừng xa ưu phiền. Lên chùa bàn đạo thân quen, nụ cười di lặc bậc sen lục hòa. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca, bước chân công tử tìm cha miệt mài. Lên chùa thấy Phật không hai, chúng sanh là Phật tương lai sẽ thành. 108 hồng danh trang nghiêm cõi Phật tình thánh tâm mình. Lên chùa lạy Phật nghe kinh, Ma Ca Diệp lặng thinh khẽ cười. Thank you very much. Well, Thầy Công and other people request me to sing something Cải Lương.
Yeah.
In English.
In English.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to take too much time, you know. So let me share with you maybe a half of the entire song. this is about a story. Well, woman always. Well, one side, read love and compassion, like our mother. Always feel insecure. Yeah, so this story about that, he tried to do something to find out that whether his wife is faithful. So the story goes like that. Từ thằng nối về nơi tư thất, cớ làm sao sắc mặt là trầm ngâm. Phu nhân ơi, số là nơi ban lộ, ta có gặp một nàng con gái đang tóc nị non bên mồ. Ta lạ lùng bước đến hỏi thăm thì nàng nói rằng chồng mới mất ngôi mồ còn xanh cỏ, muốn bước đi bước nữa nhưng sợ tiếng đời chỉ dèm phai. Mồ trùng ngọn cỏ còn xanh, chờ khi cỏ héo mới đành sang ngang. Tam tùng tự đức lo toan, tình nghĩa vẹn toàn, thật đáng mặc quần thoa. Ôi thứ đàn bà láng tâm trắc nét mà phu quân lại khen đau đề. Chứ như tôi, nếu phu quân sớm nhắm mắt lìa đời, tôi thề sẽ trọn đời thủ tiết. Phụ nhân nói nghe hay thiệt, những tên nắng thiết bất năng hành. Sách có câu sự cửu kiên nhân tâm, tôi tuy dốt nhưng xuất ngôn như phá thạch. That's the conversation between the the wife said that, don't worry, you know, I will be with you. Don't worry about it. And now you know, after that he pretend to die. And of course, because he's a pretend, so many people will come for his funeral, including Thầy Đạo Quang, because he's handsome. You know, so after that he made his student a very handsome student Hermes. Nghe ông tin ân sư vừa tà thế, khiến kẻ này qua đổi thương tâm. Cảm ơn ngài đã không ngại đường xa xôi cách trở muôn trùng. Bộn tàng phong điêu cho trọn tình sự đề. Người ở đâu nói năng nghe hoạt bát, chúng mạo phải đoan trang. Hay là trời suối én Bắc nhạn Nam, cho đôi ta được hòa hợp từng giai nhau. Dễ sợ cho quý vị đấy. Gặp nhau thì là sinh truyền ra liền đấy. Hai bên nói con nói lại, ông học trò này dạ đau. Ôi, chắc tình cụ đêm nay tai phát cảm thương hàng đã sẵn chân nhức đầu đúng. Có thuốc gì trị bệnh ấy hay không? Nếu có được óc người thì cứu sống. Người mới chết chắc óc có lẽ còn làm thuốc đăng. Thuốc ở đâu? Nàng hãy kiếm máu đi, chầm dây lá chắc màng ta có sông. Nàng chần chờ thôi để tôi chết mất cho rồi. Chàng ơi, mà người yêu mới là đang trọng, chứ ai trách chi kẻ đã không còn sống ở dương trần. Thôi thì coi u minh ông đã lánh nợ trần. Xin ông chớ trách tôi là phường bội bạc bởi nóng lòng cứu mạng người yêu. Tâm chàng thiếp vẫn phong thờ, giờ đây thiếp phải lấy vô đập xăng. Miệng là cứu được tình nhân, dù cho gặp cảnh khó khăn chỉ sơn. Bà nói xong rồi bà ra bà trên cái búa. Bà vô bà bựa tóc ông ngồi dậy. Thấy chú bà dữ giỏi cho bà dữ thiệt là ghê gớm đây, cho kẻ mê tình nhân ở đã cầm bữa nắp quan tài. Muốn thử xem lời ai đã hứa, nhưng dạ chết thì chán ngán thay tấm lòng của phụ nhân sớm chiều đã đổi dời. Ôi cam ca phù thế sự, khi ta chết rồi thì xây ở cao người ta. Vẫn mới vào tay ai. Ăn thợ như vậy đó hả? Ôi lá kìa, người ác phụ sao đi đâu biển biết thẹn thùng gì, khép chặt cửa phòng quê. Trời, ta đã tự ái mình, chắc có lẽ muốn ăn năn tội lỗi. Ta ơi, bởi tài ai sớm vui câu đoan thề, chứ nào phải tài tôi sẽ nhẹ nhẹ ca. Bà vừa nói với tôi là nếu tôi chết đi thì bà sẽ trăm năm thụ tiếc thờ chồng. Nhưng tôi mới vừa nhắm mắt thì bà đã học theo phường bán già bữa mong. Ghê thay độc phụ nhớ tâm, hai ơi lừa lọc kéo lòng. Bao giờ đầy nắp áo quan mới hay là giờ tàu cán của mình. Thank you very much.
For months, so that means I can speak English very well. I just wanted to know another Buddhism, Vietnamese Buddhism, especially.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
I was impressed this retreat. I appreciate everything to all of you, including Buddhist monks and nuns. I never sing a song in front of people. Today is special, so this song is Korean traditional song, so it's very short.
Kamsa Amida.
Cái gì thì nó Kamsa Amida.
아리랑국에 넘어간다. 나를 버리고 가시는 님은 심리도 못 가서 발병난다. 아리랑 아리랑 아라리요 아리랑 고개로 넘어간다.
Hôm nay trong cái không khí lửa trại này, tôi là một Phật tử từ 8 tuổi cho đến bây giờ.
18 tuổi.
Dạ. Và đối với tôi, tổ chức gia đình Phật tử là cả một niềm sống và đã giúp tôi sống đẹp, sống tốt trong 80 năm. Hôm nay trong không khí này tôi chợt nhớ đến hai người anh của tôi. Một người đã xuất gia và là đệ tử của thầy Từ Lực. Một anh vừa mới ra đi cách nay có 2 tuần. Trong cái không khí này, cái tình lam nó nổi dậy trong tôi. Và vì thế tôi xin lỗi tất cả là đã không hát lên được những cái bài vui, mà chỉ nói lên tâm sự của một người em gái đối với hai người anh đã ra đi. Và trong cái tình lam đó, tôi xin được phép trình bày qua bài ca Tôi Yêu Màu Lam. Tôi yêu màu lam là màu thêm sức sống, tôi yêu màu lam, màu kết bao tình thương, lòng mến yêu vô vàn. Về đây ta cùng hát, hát lên cho đời hết bao buồn. Bạn hỡi về đây, ta hát vang bên nhau với lời ước mai sau cho tương lai êm bền vững. Bạn hỡi về đây, tay nắm tay hoan ca với lời hứa cho nhau niềm sống vui tràn hòa. Tôi yêu đàn em bằng tình làm cao quý. Hôm nay về đây nhìn các hồn nhiên, lòng mến yêu vô vàn. Và tôi yêu màu lam với bao nhiêu thành kính trong tâm hồn. Và tôi yêu màu lam với bao nhiêu thành kính trong tâm hồn.
I wrote this song when I came back to visit Vietnam, and all of my childhood in a very beloved city called Saigon. The song name My Childhood in My Beloved Childhood in Saigon. Tuổi thơ Sài Gòn. Trong căn nhà cuối phố, dăm mái đầu con, dăm mắt nâu non, tròn xòe xoay xoay, dáng vào màn vi tinh, mãi miết những trò chơi. Vỉa hè nằm chơi vơi, hàng quán chen chần người, đầu sân chơi rộn ràng, giây cuốn bắt, đầu tiếng cười trong vắt. Xa rồi tuổi thơ tôi, thằng bé ngập ngừng áo vá vai, chia tay tờ vé số. Anh ơi làm ơn mua hộ để chiều về và tôi có chén cơm. Cô bé tóc xù cọn cỏ rơm, lê bàn chân cộm cõi, nhạc nhân từng mảnh ve chai như nhạc cuộc đời em vừa đánh mất hôm qua. Đêm Sài Gòn nay lộng lấy xa hoa, dòng người đi qua vô tình hờ hững, lòng ai rưng rưng khi tình cờ bắt gặp. Bên ngã tư đèn thằng bé ăn xin mù, ngồi hát Sài Gòn đẹp lắm Sài Gòn ơi. Có con búp bê sông xó nhà khóc oa oa, có tít có cánh diều rơi sau hè nằm rên rỉ. Chợt nghe môi mình đắng giữa phố đông người, lạc mất tuổi thơ xưa. Ôi ánh nắng chiều nhạt nhòa thôi thóp bên hiên. Ôi chiều Sài Gòn có ai xa về đến làng để nghe nỗi sầu vương trong gió. Quê hương còn đó sao thấy mình là người tha hương. Đêm Sài Gòn nay lộng lấy xa hoa, dòng người đi qua vô tình hờ hững. Lòng mãi rưng rưng khi tình cờ bắt gặp bên ngã tư đèn. Thằng bé ăn xin mừng ngồi hát Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi.
Lên đi cho sân vàng sáng chói, hát lên đi cho sáng chói sân vàng. Cười lên đi cho sân vàng sáng chói, hát lên đi cho sáng chói sân vàng. Cười lên đi cho sân vàng sáng chói, và hãy hát lên đi cho sáng chói sân vàng. Cười lên đi cho sáng chói, và hãy hát lên đi cho sáng chói. Cười lên đi cho răng vàng sáng chói, cho sáng chói răng vàng. Cười lên đi cho răng vàng sáng chói, hát lên đi cho sáng chói răng vàng. Cho răng vàng sáng chói, hát lên đi cho sáng chói răng vàng. Cười lên đi cho răng vàng sáng chói, và hãy hát lên đi cho sáng chói răng vàng. Hát lên đi cho sáng chói răng vàng. Cười lên đi, cười lên đi đó. Cười lên đi cho răng vàng sáng chói, hát lên đi cho sáng chói răng vàng. Cho răng vàng sáng chói, hát lên đi cho sáng chói răng vàng. Hãy cười lên đi cho răng vàng sáng chói, sáng chói.
Kính bạch quý thầy, thưa quý anh chị, to all friends. I'm pretty new to retreats. Well, not really. I've been on the Vietnam for a while, so we're used to camping. But definitely, I think this experience has been something that is, you know, like Tom said, is a pleasant surprise. I think I came here with different expectations, but with the organization and with the way Quý Thầy have ran this program along with Quý Anh Chị from basically a different, you know, ban hướng dẫn that we're used to. I'm totally impressed. I think that the talent level and the goal, the mission that you guys have is something that is really noble, and I've definitely learned a lot. And I think with all the activities that we've gone through, we're definitely gonna, you know, mimic it, bring it back to where we came from, and hopefully, you know, expand what you guys have started here to different areas in the U.S. and hopefully next time we can, you know, bring a lot more to this great event. So thank you.
Hi. Well, obviously I wasn't raised in the Buddhist culture. Well, not obviously, but got you gathered that. But I've really enjoyed myself here. If I could all take you home so that I could have this community at home, this would be the best. Because I need my own family, and this whole week has been great. When I didn't understand, people would translate for me, and they wanted to know my experiences. And coming here, I assumed, which is an ugly word, that I would be one of the only non-Vietnamese background people here. And when I first got here, it was kind of a roadblock for me, and all I looked at was the differences. And then when I woke up the next day, I realized I'm no different than anyone else in this room, this outside room. the world, and that y'all are just awesome. And I love the talks and the Buddhism, and I've been studying it for so long that it's really nice to see people who have practiced it or grew up in it versus I didn't get to it till like I was in my teens and then studied it academically, and you don't get the same as if you're raised in it. And I'm absolutely going to come to the next retreat. Can we go to Vermont? I want to go to Vermont, but I want to thank you all. Y'all are my new family. Thank you.
You know, coming here, it's been great. I think a nice break from the everyday hustle and bustle of professional life. You know, one of the things that really hit me when going through this experience is that the information that's made accessible to the everyday Buddhist. And what I mean by that is people who really aren't involved in the weekly or monthly services of a temple, but really do believe in the concepts and the philosophies and the spirituality of Buddhism in general. So, you know, that's what I really like about this retreat, in that it's making some of these concepts accessible in English to people who are both Vietnamese as well as English, and bringing experts from all fields together to help enlighten all of us, from the layman to the expert, and giving us the opportunity to really share amongst ourselves. So.
I'm sorry, I'm very shy, but this retreat was definitely not what I expected at all, because usually I'm part of Yadan Phật tử, and it's always just Yadan Phật tử strictly. So Buddhism never resonated with me until this retreat, so woo! But what really was my aha moment was the mindfulness. Oh my goodness, all my thoughts are jumbled up. But for me, especially for kids or people my age, I'm not a kid anymore, it's kind of sad, but we go through a lot of ups and downs, and when we hit lows, we kind of get overwhelmed with life, and sometimes we feel like it's overwhelming. We like fill our heads with toxic thoughts, and you know, being mindful really helps us sort out what we value in ourselves. And like, I believe that when you love yourself, you're able to pursue what you want, pursue yourself, and like to do amazing things. And when you love yourself, you're able to give, and you're able to be happy, you're able to be so many things. And for me, like, I really had trouble loving myself. Like, I would lose myself in community service, I would lose myself in, you know, pursuing my career. And I've gotten to, like, you know, beyond where I thought I could go, but I was always so lost. So definitely, like, this retreat helped me, like, it helped me find myself and, you know, really connect with Buddhism, because, like, you know, it's a way of life, but I've always been, like, plagued with all these toxic thoughts. And this retreat is awesome, and I really hope that it continues to spread within, like, people of our generation, because definitely, like, our culture, like, my mom's always telling me, oh, you know, gong hơi, you know, you're chaotic or whatever, just don't get it. And I'm like, Mom, you're crazy, I don't get it. And you should pay. I'm like, what? But when you're mindful and you really appreciate, you start to appreciate everything, even the little things, even like your relationship with your mom or dad. Especially, my mom was the one that sang Rang Yang. That was her. we never really had like the best relationship, but you know, like when things are bad, your parents, your family are basically all you have. And they sacrifice so much for you, and being mindful, you're thankful for like her singing Rang Yang, like, you know, like things like that. So definitely, like, I'm very thankful for this retreat, and I thank my mom for making me come. It was great.
I guess it's my first experience ever at a Buddhist camp. I've been to retreat with other organizations before, but this is the first time I'm involved or take part in anything that has to do with Buddhism. I raised in a Buddhist family, but I've only been trying to be active the last 2 years because Thầy Đạo Quang is the leader at our temple, and I believe in through the conversations I had with him and his vision for the future of Buddhism for the youth in the U.S. and all over. And I was really, I guess I could see his vision and I believe in it. And that's why I came with an open mind, an open heart. But honestly, I didn't really know what to expect since I never involved in any like Yaden Phật tử before or anything. It was really something inspiring for me to learn the last day and a half. The main thing is I discovered a lot of things that I've always questioned about myself. And through the workshops and the talking to a lot of great Anche, Taigo, and all the friends here, I have learned a little bit from everybody through their actions, their conversations, and I have came to be able to answer a lot of my own questions I have for myself. And it helped me understanding more about Buddhism in a practical way. And I would like to commit myself to be a better Buddhist. And when I come back, I would like to learn more and be more committed and more active. And I hope I can come back next year with a better understanding and knowledge and a better Buddhist, and I can help in any ways I can. And I also hope that many young friends out here that I had a chance to talk to, that you came from because of parents or somebody suggested you or in a way forcing you to go. I hope that we only have a day left, but be a little bit more active, even if you're shy or you don't know many people. Try to create a connection and that help yourself and help others and come back and help all of us make it a little better.
I also go by Hao Tâm. I want to express a gratitude to Buddhism because I'm very fortunate to be born into a family where my grandparents and great-grandparents are Buddhists, and being born to organizations such as Yaden Phật tử. I have a very strong, deep history. It was fun and love at first, and any relationship, we all know, there's ups and downs. And the relationship I'm talking about here is with, the Yaden Phật tử part, where the down part really took a lot out of me. It took me a very long time to accept a lot of it. Now that I'm much older, I come to the point of accepting and reflecting back on it. I don't think that throughout the years I have lost my Buddhist root. But coming back here today, it really recharged me and revived a lot of things that I had forgotten to apply in my life. So even at any age, you come to this retreat, I hope that you would feel the same way as I do, whether you're 20, 30, 40, or 50. So thank you.
No combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. No song that I could sing, but I could try for your heart. And our dreams, and they are made out of real things, like a shoebox of photographs. Just give you a ton of loving. Love is the answer, at least for most of the questions in my heart. Like, why are we here and where do we go and how come it's so hard? It's not always easy and sometimes that can be deceiving. I'll tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together. Oh, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, well look at them stars when we're together. Oh, it's always better when we're together. It's just might find a way into my dreams tonight. Well, I know that they'll be gone when the morning light sings and brings new things. But tomorrow night you see, well, they'll be gone too. Too many things we got to do, and all of these dreams might find their way into my day-to-day scene. I'd be under the impression I was somewhere in between, with only two, just me and you. There's so many things we got to do, places we got to be. We'll sit beneath the mango tree now. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll live with them stars when we're together. Oh, better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Oh, oh, oh. I believe in memories, they look so pretty when I sleep. Hey now, when I wake up, you look so pretty, sleeping next to me. But there is not enough time, there is no song I could sing, there is no combination of words I could say. But I would still tell you one thing, we're better together. Oh.
Dòng thời gian lặng lẽ cũng trôi đi, những ký ức nhạt nhòa ngày mà em lang thang trên phố buồn, những dấu vết hôm qua ngày đang tắt nắng nơi đây lặng im. Chơi với kỷ niệm, dừng lại đây nhé để ta nghĩ về bao nhiêu buồn vui thời gian lấy đi. Có chăng mình em cần một bờ vai ấm, mong một tia nắng mới. Đừng bước đi trong vội vàng, đừng đến khi đã muộn màng, hãy đến khi thời gian chỉ còn niềm hạnh phúc. Một mình em vẫn bước về nơi cuối đường, những dư âm buồn ở lại phía sau. Dòng thời gian lặng lẽ cũng trôi đi, những ký ức nhạt nhòa ngày mà em lang thang trên phố buồn, những dấu vết hôm qua ngày đang tắt ngang nơi đây lặng im. Chơi với kỷ niệm, dừng lại đây nhé để ta nghĩ về bao nhiêu buồn vui thời gian lấy đi. Có chăng mình em cần một bờ vai ấm, mong một tia nắng mới. Đừng bước đi trong vội vàng, đừng đến khi đã muộn màng, hãy đến khi thời gian chỉ còn niềm hạnh phúc. Một mình em vẫn bước về nơi cuối đường, những dư âm buồn ở lại phía sau. Đừng bước đi trong vội vàng, đừng đến khi đã muộn màng, hãy đến khi thời gian chỉ còn niềm hạnh phúc. Một mình em vẫn bước về nơi cuối đường, những dư âm buồn ở lại phía sau.
Brothers and sisters, as we look in the middle of the circle, the flames are slowly going down and the night is drawing to a close. While these flames may come shut tonight in a few hours, I hope that the flame in your heart for this retreat, for mindfulness, for love, for happiness, and for peace will forever shine and forever glow and burn inside of you. Looking at the stars one last time, as beautiful as they may be, and as lovely as they are way up in the sky, it may be a little high right now for us to reach, but I have much belief in you that no matter how hard things get, how challenging life can be, whether it's the workforce, whether it's your relationships, whether it's just your personal life, it will soon pass. You will soon find happiness. And as you practice all the things that we've mentioned in this retreat, I believe that you will be very happy. You will continue to smile every day, not only for yourself, but for all of those that are standing close to you and all around you. In holding the candle that we have in our hands, I'd like all of us to raise it up high while it's battery operated. Please don't let it die. It will need to be recharged, and we hope that it will last 1 full year so that in the next retreat we come back recharged with this light continuing to glow just as it is tonight. So with that said, I would like to pass it to Taylor Juan with the last song of the night.
Khi nghĩ về một đời người, tôi thường nhớ về một rừng cây. Khi nghĩ về một rừng cây, tôi thường nhớ về nhiều người. Kẻ đúng như cụm hoa hồng, hồn nhiên như ngang ánh lửa. Chiều hôm khi gió về, cây đã mọc từ hồi nào trên đồi núi thật căng khô. Cây có hiểu vì sao chim thường kéo về làm tổ, và em như cụm láng mọc từ những cánh cổ thụ già kia. Và tôi vẫn nhớ hoài một loài cây sống gần nhau thân mới thẳng. Có một cây là có rừng, và rừng sẽ lên xanh. Rừng dư đất quê hương, ai cũng chọn việc nhẹ nhàng, gian khổ sẽ dành phần ai. Ai cũng một thời trẻ trai, cũng từng nghĩ về đời mình. Phải đâu may nhớ rủi chiều, phải đâu trong đúc cũng đành. Phải không anh, phải không em? Và tôi vẫn nhớ hoài một loài cây sống gần nhau thân mới thẳng, có một cây là có rừng và rừng sẽ lên xanh, rừng dư đất quê hương. Ai cũng chọn việc nhẹ nhàng, gian khổ sẽ dành phần ai. Xin hát về bạn bè tôi, những người sống vì mọi người, ngày đêm canh giữ tâm hồn, rạng rỡ như cánh mai nở chiều xuống. Chân lý thuộc về mọi người, không chịu sống đời nhỏ nhoi. Xin hát về bạn bè tôi, những người sống vì mọi người, ngày đêm canh giữ tâm hồn, rạng rỡ như cánh mai nở chiều xuống. Respectfully, dear monastic sangha, dear brother, sister, I believe that Buddhism is not only for Buddhists. Buddhism is for everyone, because I believe that everyone struggles in life, including relationship, including your personal life. Therefore, the retreat of awakening we dedicate for everyone, particularly for young generation in American society. From my personal experience, I think in this society have many opportunities to improve our life in terms of materialistic, but somehow it's poor in terms of spiritual life. So I would like to enrich the spiritual life, and I strongly believe that practice mindfulness enrich the spiritual life. This is also the best way to minimize, eliminate the suffering of human beings. And I truly, humbly appreciate all of you to be here. Without your support, without your dedication, and without your registration, we cannot have the atmosphere tonight. And the retreat of awakening 2014 or in the future is depend on your practice and depend on your support. I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow and next year also. Thank you very much.